Hello friends, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365, and today I'm going to review the 4K edition of the BBC documentary series, 7 Worlds, 1 Planet. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I'll put out videos every single day. You can also find me over Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd at Movie Guy 365, as well as over at the Disney Magic Hour podcast. I'll put a link for that in the description. Okay, 7 Worlds, 1 Planet, the 7-part documentary series from BBC has arrived on 4K. It's been out for a little while, but I thought I would just give it a quick review. Now, before we talk about the picture quality audio and go into the unboxing, I want to talk a little bit about the documentary. I'm a fan of documentaries. I have been watching them since the National Geographic days, and it's always nice to see new ones pop up, and BBC does really good ones. They put out quite a few really good documentaries. You know, Planet Earth 2, Blue Planet 2, Dynasties. So there's a lot of, you know, history with the BBC and what they've been able to put out, and this one is no exception. This is a really well done 7-part documentary series. It's not too long, but it really kind of just dives into, you know, basically the 7 major you know, continents here on the planet, and you know, their ecosystems and the animals that live there, and the people and the influence. It really dives into it, and it kind of, you know, these documentaries can get a little bit on the you know, preachy side, but I think they do it in a way that's coming from, you know, just the love of the material and love of, you know, producing these informative documentaries. It's really done well, and I'm very excited to talk about it. But yeah, definitely check it out for yourself if you're a fan, and you know, that's pretty much it. So all right, we're going to talk about the picture quality and the audio, but first let's do a quick unboxing of the slipcover edition. All right, 7 Worlds, 1 Planet slipcover edition from BBC. Nice cover, pretty good looking. Give you all that info on the back, and then the spine. Then interior wise, pretty much the same thing. And then interior, we have some nice artwork on black background. So yeah, not a bad looking presentation here. All right, now let's talk about the picture quality and the audio. 7 Worlds, 1 Planet was shot native 4K, so we have that nice native 4K image here, and it was also given an HDR10 grading. I believe this was shot over the course of about between 5 and 7 years or so, so there's a little bit of inconsistency with some of the picture at times, but that being said, I think it more often than not, they really do, you know, it is a very cohesive looking image, you know, utilizing native 4K and the HDR. Now, that being said, it looks great. I'm not gonna lie, guys. This is like a beautiful, just looking image here. Everything looks fantastic. The lush greenness of, you know, the forests and the deserts, all in it, just the Antarctica. I mean, just it all looks fantastic here. It is all fully like realized, and it's just, it has a beautiful image here. Like if you're just like kind of, you know, looking for demo material as far as picture quality goes, this is probably one of the best documentaries that's able to, you know, really kind of fully realize that. Everything is just spectacular. Detail is really on point here. Usually, like, you can point to something like detail, color, or black levels is kind of like the major, you know, beneficiary of something like this. It's really all 3 of them. They really have, they all pack their own individual punch, and they all add something here. Detail, I mean, going back to those deserts, they look immaculate. There's like the individual grains of sand you can see. It is pretty cool. I mean, just, and also the up closeness of the various animals that are seen throughout the documentary series. The fur and the hair, and just the vividness of the color on the birds, and just looks great. It does. It looks amazing. It is just a beautiful image constantly throughout the presentation. There's really, I mean, only I think I detected a couple compression issues here and there, That's when like there's like a big bird migration like up close, and there's just a little bit in that regard. But it's really kind of just, there's no real weakness here to the image. It is beautifully rendered. Black levels, nighttime levels are solid. They really are. They contrast to any kind of light being shown, but then they're very deep when they need to be, and it just looks spectacular. It is a beautiful looking image here. I just overall, like, some of my favorite scenes involved the jungles and the various tropical birds that are shown up close. Like, they look beautiful. This is something that is absolutely just a seller of what HDR can really do. Honestly, it is absolutely great. It is spectacular to look at. No issues really here to speak of. I think you're going to be very pleased. As for the audio mix, we're also given a very nice Dolby Atmos mix. Now, this is not going to be something that is, it's not a Hollywood movie where you're going to get a whole lot of that just immersive, thunder boomy kind of LFE. All the speakers are discrete. They do have a lot going on as far as ambient sounds. Just the narration comes through clean and clear. But the overall, like, things like wind and animal chirping, or something like that, those things come through, and they're not necessarily all centered up front. You hear birds behind you. You hear like an animal growling off to the side. It's really just an overall very immersive and very just spectacular, just overall presentation here in Dolby Atmos. It sounds great. The front channels do their job very nice, and they really just, it puts you into the movie or into the documentary, and it's a great overall front channel placement. The mid-levels, the rears, they all have their activity. They're all like, just ambience. But they're not particularly aggressive. They do have, their moments to shine, and they do so nicely. So just be aware, it fills the room nicely at that point. Immersive is the best word I can explain as far as the track goes. And as far as the height speakers go, I think a lot of it was like, a bit of wind or a eagle flying over your head, something like that. It definitely kicks in, but it's not going to be consistent throughout the presentation. So just be aware. And the LFE, it kicks in on occasion. It does. It's got some aggressive moments, like when waves are crashing against some rocks, or animals growling, or and attacking. Those sort of things that the LFE kicks in for. Honestly, a demo worthy presentation here on 7 Worlds, 1 Planet. I'm going to go ahead and give the picture quality of this one a solid A+. This is demo worthy, folks. It's beautiful. Black levels, detail, color, it all comes out to play, and it does so fairly nicely, and I think you're going to be very pleased with watching here. It really looks great. The HDR is phenomenal. As far as the audio mix goes, I'm going to go ahead and give that one a solid A as well. I think it's strong. It's not going to be, a Hollywood type of film, so you definitely get a little bit more of the naturalistic side of the audio, but it sounds great here. It's speaker placement is key, so everything, it fills the room nicely, and it does a great job of conveying what's happening on the screen. So that is my review of 7 Worlds, 1 Planet. Let me know in the comments below if you had a chance to check out the documentary, and are you a fan of the series? You really got to check it out, guys. It really is that good. So let me know in the comments below. In the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I put out videos every single day. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.